Welcome to the class 7 students. Today I am going to start a new chapter with you all, which is excretory system in humans. Basically this chapter is all about excretion in human beings. So to start the chapter and to define what excretion is, it is the process of removal of all the waste products that are formed in our body as a result of all the metabolic activities that go on inside of our body is known as excretion, the process of removal of those waste products. Okay. Now, how are these waste products formed? These waste products may be formed, as I said, one of the main reason is metabolic activities. After those metabolic activities means metabolism, the unwanted products or the end products which are not necessary for the body, those may be considered as waste products. Okay. Now, see your book. The waste products produced inside the body of living organisms need to be removed from time to time. Why is excretion so important? Because excretion removes the waste materials that are produced inside of our body. So if these waste materials are allowed to be accumulated inside our body, then that will become toxic or poisonous for the body and it will harm the body. So it is very, very important to remove the waste products from the body from time to time. Okay. The materials may become poisonous or toxic if allowed to accumulate inside the body. The process of removing the waste formed as a result of metabolic activities inside the body is called excretion. All organisms have special organs called excretory organs. So different organisms, different species have their own type of excretory organ. Okay. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the excretory organs and the process of excretion, mostly in human beings. But before that, before starting about the process of excretion or the different excretory structures in human beings, we are going to talk about the types of excretory products. In humans. Okay, so the first one is nitrogenous. Nitrogenous waste product. Now, what are nitrogenous waste products? Breakdown of excess of proteins forms nitrogenous waste products. For example, ammonia, urea, uric acid. Ammonia, urea and uric acid are the nitrogenous waste products of our body and they are formed as a result of the breakdown of the proteins and they are removed through the kidneys. Okay. Next, number 2 is extra salts. What are these extra salts? Our body contains salts, right? Our body needs salt only in certain amounts. Anything more than that is not needed by our body and will be eliminated by the body. Excess salts are excreted mainly through the kidneys and sweat glands. Sweat glands in our skin also remove urea, salts and other metabolic wastes in the form of sweat. So, extra salts are mainly given out in the form of sweat from the sweat glands which are present under our skin. Third one is bile pigments. Now, what are the bile pigments? Bilirubin and biliverdin. These bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin, they are formed in the liver. Okay, liver produces these bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin, and they are produced as a result of the breakdown of hemoglobin in dead RBC. When RBCs become dead, the hemoglobin within those RBCs, they break down and then they produce bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin, which is produced inside the liver. They are mostly released in feces while some is excreted in urine. So most bile pigments, most amount of it, the large amount of it is excreted along with the feces. But also some of it is excreted along with the urine. It also converts the toxic ammonia produced in the cells into urea, which is less toxic. So urea is then carried to the kidneys from where it is excreted. So This is about the bile pigments bilirubin and biliverdin and their excretion, which takes place, means it is found within the liver and is produced by the breakdown, produced as a result of the breakdown of hemoglobin of dead RBCs. Moving on to the next one, which is excess vitamins. Why are excess vitamins regarded as excretory organs? Because we need vitamins, but anything extra than we need will be regarded as excretory organ, and these are excreted along with the urine. Okay. Last one is carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide produced as a result of respiration. So when we respire, carbon dioxide is produced and we give out carbon dioxide, right? And it is removed by the lungs. So obviously we all know that lungs help in our respiration. It also helps in giving out the carbon dioxide that is produced as a result of respiration. And excess water is excreted through the kidneys as urine and also excreted as sweat through the sweat glands. So excess water is given out in the form of urine or also in the form of sweat glands. So these are the different type of excretory products in human beings. Nitrogenous excretory product, which are ammonia, urea, uric acid, extra salts which are means not needed. The salts that are not needed, they are given out. Bile pigments, bilirubin, excess vitamins, carbon dioxide and water. These are the different excretory products in human beings. Now let's talk about the structure of excretory system in humans. What are the components of the excretory system in humans? Okay. So moving on to the next topic, which is excretory system in humans. Humans have an elaborate excretory system to eliminate nitrogenous waste products. So through the excretory system of human beings, it is mainly there to eliminate the nitrogenous waste products, that means which are produced as a result of the breakdown of proteins. Okay, it consists of the following parts. So excretory system in humans. Let's chalk out the main components of the excretory system. First one is obviously kidneys. There are two kidneys, two bean shaped dark red in color kidneys. Next, number 2, ureters. Urinary bladder. I will discuss all these parts in details. Lastly, urethra. So the kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder and urethra are the main components or the main parts of the excretory system in humans. And in my next video, I will draw the whole total structure of the excretory system in humans, which consists of all these parts, and it will be easier for you to understand if I draw the picture. Okay, thank you.